interesantes shows en vivo, tu mejor opción en internet, radiocristalUSA.com.
Hi, bienvenidos a mi show. Welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego.
Bueno, y bienvenidos. Welcome to my show, La Super Comadre Claudia, Hey Comadre, the Claudia Macías podcast. Welcome. And I'm excited to be here again to do, I'm recording episode 315. We are in season 9. That means we've been around for 9 years, 9 años. So welcome to those that are coming back. And welcome to those that are new to this recording, this podcast recording, and this show here on RadioCrystalUSA.com. Now, this is, we're recording, and if you miss it, don't worry, because there's so many ways that you can watch it on all of our platforms. And I also have the podcast, the Claudia Macías podcast, that you can download and listen to it on your own time. So just want to remind you that this is a space and time for us to share thoughts, ideas, and I like to bring on a guest or multiple guests who has something to share for the benefit of humankind. Now, a little bit about me. If you're just getting to know me, or if you know me already, it's okay. You're going to hear this on repeat. You know, I'm a mom. I've been in education for so many years, and I'm still doing that work but in a different capacity. And I'm a lover of music, dancing, movement. I'm a lover of naps. I like to take naps lately. And I'm a curious person committed to the things that I love to do. And I'm a collaborator and a community builder and uplifter. So just wanted to share that a little bit about me. And if you're joining for the first time, and if not, just reminding you that I'm here and this is who I am. And I love doing this show because it just gives me a chance to connect with others and to uplift others and to share resources and people and ideas and thoughts. So welcome again to the recording, in the podcast recording of the Claudia Macías show, La Super Comadre and Hey Comadre. So in today's episode, we are bringing on a past guest. You have met him in the past, and if you haven't, you're going to get a chance to meet him again. He's a very special person. And he is coming to the Hey Comadre show to give us the male, the man, the guy, el hombre point of view. And, the last time I recorded Hey Comadre with my super comadres, which are hashtag Mamona Spice, which is Marianne, and hashtag Toxica Spice, which is Ilsa Garcia. And I'm known as hashtag Sentida Spice, because I'm super sentida, and that's okay. I claim it. We talked about a couple of things that, it was all about, the women's perspective and what we thought and what we felt and what we think and etc. So now we're going to bring on someone very special who's going to give us his male perspective. And, we talked about the importance of titles while dating. Oh, and the whole series, the show is called The Politics of Dating. So welcome back again to The Politics of Dating. And that's what we're talking about because, politics. And okay, we'll talk about the rest of politics later, but the other thing about politics later. But one of the things we talked about in The Politics of Dating was, are titles important while dating and when? And how do you deal with that conversation or what have you, right? So we talked about that. We also talked about social media posts. Why isn't he sharing you? Is he hiding something? Or is he really that private? So we had a conversation about that too, and our thoughts about it. And we wanted to, hear from you guys to see what you thought. And today we are also going to add 2 more topics because we also want to hear, would you date outside of your political party affiliation? So want to know about that. And y'all have been watching, I don't know if y'all have seen that Coldplay. Have you been seeing the Coldplay video where that couple that wasn't supposed to be a couple were at a Coldplay concert and they were put on the Jumbotron screen and it went viral because they were not supposed to be there together. Anywho, so I'm gonna ask, my guests, have you ever been Coldplayed? And if not, what if it was you who was on either side wearing, of that, incident? But anyway, so I'd like to bring them on. But before we get going, hold on, video, Comadre. Hold on, Liliana. But before we get the video, I want to bring on my guest. He's a very special guy in my life, and his name is Angel Quesada. Come on down. ¿Dónde estás? There he is. All right. Looks like you're reenacting already the Coldplay viral video of the couple that should not have been a couple at that concert.
Hey, what do you mean they should not have been? They were a couple. Period.
Yeah.
Whether or not legally they were supposed to be a couple.
They were not supposed to be coupling. They were with the wrong couple.
They were not supposed to be coupled legally and to the promises of their word. But hey, they were a couple.
Yeah, they were. They were, but they shouldn't have been coupling, period. And that's my take on it.
I mean, people are going to couple.
True. But people didn't think that they were going to put them on a big old Jumbotron and, shoot them around the world.
They probably did not expect that.
No, they didn't. So I want to bring you up to speed because on Hey Comadre, it's a little bit different. I get together with my Marianne Garcia.
I'm on Hey Comadre.
This is your first time, yes.
It's time that the 2 other comadres aren't here.
No, they wanted to make sure that you had a chance to talk.
Oh, that's right, because they talk a lot. Yeah.
They share a lot.
So
we wanted to gently bring you in to give us some male perspective because I want to make sure that your head is still on your shoulders and you're able to get your point across. I don't want them to snatch it off of you like a praying mantis.
No, I think probably I'm not your typical dude, but I'm somewhat loquacious.
Yes, you are. And that's okay. And that's why you're here, because of you and your loquacious manner and your thoughts. So the last time that I had him on, the politics of dating. I love that title because I'm into politics and so are you and so are my comadres. But we also wanted to bring in like dating because even if you're coupled, you're still dating, apparently. Some stay dating the person they're supposed to be with, and some go off and go to a Coldplay concert. But anywho, so one of the things we talked about was the importance of titles. And how do you how the conversation where who brings it up first, or how long do you need to be with someone, or is there how do you approach that subject, what are we going to be calling each other?
I think that stuff always comes up, especially in the context of introducing them to your besties or your work associates or your parents.
Mm-hmm. At what point?
At what point? How many?
Yeah.
Time?
What's a timeline? Is this after a month of dating, 6 months, 3 months?
A few months at least.
What's a few?
3 or 4, something like that.
3 or 4. Okay, so is there do you bring it up? Do you say, hey,
I think there's nothing wrong with having a conversation, because you don't necessarily know the person that well after a few months, So you can be like, hey, I was thinking about this, and otherwise it could turn into a situation, if you've got Sentida Spice next to you or hormona spice or toxica spice. You're like, dame mi pinche lugar. You know, so you want to mitigate that. You know, you want to say, hey, like, I don't know if it's. I think the woman is responsible for talking about what, because women think about these things more than men, right? So, and so if they want to, they know they're going to be in a situation like that, and they want a certain result, they should have a conversation with their man or woman, whatever.
Wait. But you're already putting it on the girl. You're putting on the woman. You're saying that we should be the ones to bring it up. But then if we bring it up, then you guys would be like, oh, what? Where? We just started dating. So, but okay.
Well, no, so it's a conversation. I mean, you want to have a conversation. So, do you want the conversation to start in front of a stranger, or do you want to have that conversation happen before you get to that point?
True. So, give me an example of how. Because you're saying that the woman should bring it up. On the comadre side,
I say whoever wants it to bring it up should bring it up.
Whoever, okay, but you just say
woman because I mean, you're asking me from a male point of view, so I'm already thinking, you know. But
okay,
you know, if the man is more sensitive about that, you know, then the man should say, hey, look, I want to talk to you about this. You know, we're boyfriend girlfriend right now, or you know. Or we're partners, or are we just friends, or whatever? Madam, how many titles are there? You know,
what are the titles? There's
back in my day, it was
okay, 1900s.
In the 80s, it's like we're going around.
You know? Oh yes, we're going around.
I got the friendship bracelet or whatever. You know, I'm wearing his varsity jacket.
Oh yeah, the jacket.
Necklace, you know.
The class ring.
Sure, the class ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a promise of like, hey, I'm with you. I'm not gonna be caught at a Coldplay concert with another
hyena.
So yeah.
So from a male point of view, you're saying that we should initiate the conversation. You did say that earlier, but a guy also could bring it up. And you said a couple of months in.
Whoever wants to bring it up should bring it up. And,
okay.
And there's nothing wrong with bringing it up.
So let me tell you what's one thing that came up with us. That if the girl has to bring it up, that's already your answer, that they're not really into you like that.
Really?
Yes.
Was that Toxica Spice who said that?
That was kind of a consensus with us three.
I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with just saying, like, let's have a conversation about this real quick before we're out in public. You know, like, you know, what are we right now? You know, what can I expect from you? And then, like, kind of like what we had. You know, we did that. And
do you? Well, we could share that. Would you like to share that?
Sorry. See, here we are in public. You know, so.
Well, I mean, I think it's a great
conversation beforehand. But
yes,
now you see how it unfolds. You know.
Yes, it was a stumbling for me.
Well, it was a learning opportunity.
It was a learning opportunity. Yes, it was. And what did we learn? What did you learn?
I'm not sure what I should bring up here, but
you know what? It's totally okay. I give you permission. I'm all right. Mm-hmm.
You know, before I met you, you had a lot of different traumas with men, and men just not being, you know, communicative, right?
I like that. Yes.
And so I think that was the biggest lesson that we learned.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, dame mi lugar. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. That's fine with me. And it took us getting to that little point. I mean, because couples are gonna disagree sometimes, or not necessarily disagree, but just not see eye to eye.
Yeah.
So you have to like have that conversation and then get to that point, and then either someone's gonna give, or you know, or someone's gonna like, you know, it's not win or lose. It's like, okay, well, who are we to each other, and how do we move forward?
Oh, okay.
So there's three people in the relationship. There's the the one person, which would be me, and the other person, which would be you, and then the third person, which is the couple.
Oh, okay. I was like, where are we going? Are we cold playing this? What's going on?
The couple is its own thing.
Oh,
You know,
wow. Well, hold on. That is mind blown right here. A mind blown moment. There's 3 people in the relate. Say it again.
Yeah. There's. I mean, you coming at it from your point of view and your, I don't know, lack of a better word, baggage. You know, your framework of understanding of how you're supposed to be in a relationship, or you know, how men have treated you in the past and what to
my
expect.
experiences, my traumas,
all the stuff that you know,
my baggage.
Then,
Okay.
There's what you know and what you don't know that you don't know, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm the other person, right? So I have my own experiences, and maybe more liberal, maybe more conservative, right? So you have to, like, you don't know, right? You don't know until you're in a situation where you're like, oh,
we're like this.
Is that unexpected?
What?
Or like sometimes I would do something or say something and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm not going to bring it up right now.
Yes.
I'm going to be upset for a couple days and then I'll tell them about it, you know, whatever. And so, but then there's the public facing, like us. Yeah. Right. So there's you and I as individuals, but then there's you and I as a couple. So that's why I think there's 3 people in that situation. Okay,
where's this philosophy from? Is this your philosophy, or did you read this somewhere, hear this, or you're just like, ooh? Well, because it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. No, I heard it recently, because I'm always thinking about these things, about just how we operate in the world as human beings, trying to relate to other people. I mean, that's what we're good at, relating to others.
Yeah.
But culturally, you know, we all have our own differences. I mean, you're very close to my culture. So I don't have to explain a lot of things to you culturally. I can just say, I don't know. Vamos a irnos a la ver. No, you know, and so you're like, you get it, and I don't have to like
explain it.
But I've been in relationships with other cultures where it's like, okay, I have to turn on my analytical side. Like with you, I can express other things. It's like each relationship that you're in is like a puzzle, right? So everyone's like one person shaped like this and one person shaped like this, with the thing sticking out, and you have to figure out how you fit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a little graphic because you gotta blur that out right there.
We have to blur out the sticking in and out part.
Black box right here.
Woo! I'm getting a little hot over here. Okay, so block it out. So titles. So now let's talk about the titles, because you know we go back and forth. Cultures are similar. You know, you hear novia, novio in Spanish, comprometido. You hear,
you know, I'm enjoying this show so much, comadre.
Are you? Hey, chime in too if you would like.
No,
thank you.
Claudia's such a like a public facing personality, but you know, you have to be like, she's not always like this, right? She has all her sides.
Yes.
Yeah. So
have a lot of layers.
Yeah, and so I have to understand that. And then with your girls, you know, you're a certain way, and with me, you're a certain way, and you know, you want to have that ability to express all those sides of you. And and if you're not able to, if there's a limitation there, then there's going to be friction, right?
And that's a good kind.
And well, okay. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
But, you know, yes, and you said titles. You know, earlier you said there's 3 people in this relationship. It now sounds like between you and I, there's a lot of people in this relationship.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. Okay, so titles. So you said like what, like, okay, let's backtrack a little bit, because if we're like, let's go back and let's say that we did it before, like we had this conversation before going into an event, right?
We did.
But
I'm letting you lead this conversation.
Well, from what I remember is that we had that conversation after I was introduced as a creative.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yes. So we did not have a conversation beforehand.
Let me tell you, Liliana, the pedo. Okay. We were at a party.
What had happened was
we were just starting to date, right? We had been like dating for like a month, maybe.
A month.
Algo así. And I was in the kitchen getting a drink, and then this other gal comes up and starts chatting with me, and she's an artist, and so I'm like, yeah, blah blah blah, art, blah 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 blah, and she was like, just chatting with me, and I didn't see anything, because I'm with Claudia that night, and I'm like with her, I'm excited about her. We're seeing each other, and she comes in and she's like, okay. And I was like, oh hey, this is Claudia, and she's a creative person too,
No, that's not what happened.
Of a conversation, and
no, hold on.
Okay, how do you remember?
You didn't introduce me right away. She was talking to you, then she looks over at me. Y tú también eres, y tú quién eres, or tú también quién eres. I wanted to know who I was in relation to you.
I didn't get that part.
Okay.
She just came in and like she was just chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting. We were drinking. And then I'm like, oh, this is Claudia. She's super creative. Yeah, you should know about her. And then I think you just disappeared, and I'm like, where'd she go?
Yes, I did. I was mad.
And I'm like, where'd she go? I was getting her a drink or whatever, and I like leave and I go try to find you, and I find you outside trying to get in your car. I'm like, where are you going? You're like, you didn't give me my title and la la la.
No me diste mi lugar.
Yes, and I'm like, wait, I like you. I'm not interested in this person. You're like, but you said I was a creative. I'm like, well, you are a creative.
Well, because when she asked, who are you? Who are you?
That. Yeah,
and you said, oh, this is Claudia. She's a creative. I'm like,
yeah.
Not even your date, not even that's what it was. So we did have that conversation after that happened. So, which is why it's important to have the pre-conversation. But I want to take it even a step further back. Like you said, when you were like back in the 80s, you asked the girl, hey, you want to go around with me? You want to go? I remember saying, hearing that, go around the block.
In those days, but yeah, they went around.
Yeah, but there's una declamación, like a declaration.
Girlfriend? Yeah.
Algo así, like that. I don't remember that happening. So I remember one time, like way after that incident, later we were going to another Christmas party at that time, and it was at somebody that had an outdoor Christmas party. He's a lawyer. I forgot his name right now. And we're in the car. We had just left another Christmas party. And I think it was Adriana with Men Awake, one of my show sponsors. And you said something about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what do you mean girlfriend? And I know you were talking about me. And he's like, well, you. I go, well, you haven't asked me. Do you remember that?
No, I do not remember that.
Oh, my God, I do. And then you asked me, well, I mean, we had already been dating for a while.
A few months.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, which you need to ask me. And
it was
you're
very
like,
formal for you. It was very formal.
Yeah, it's very formal because you just go running around saying, well, you're going to be this, you're this, and you're that. It needs to be like
right. Okay, so you're saying that in a woman's mind there's more insecurity, and so there needs to be some parameters.
I don't think so much insecurity. You just want to. It's a knowing.
Okay, a knowing, but like
of what this is.
You're saying more of a defining.
A defining, yes, a definition, and it's not out of insecurity. You're like, oh, but because you mentioned, oh, blah 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 blah. I think what it was, if I can remember right, you were on the phone talking to somebody about where you were going, and you said, oh yeah, I'm with my girlfriend, and we're on our way, and something like that. And I was like, oh. And then when you hung up, I'm like, oh, with your girlfriend.
I'm your girlfriend.
So pretty much, yeah. I was a little facetious.
I didn't agree to this.
And then you asked, and I said, I'll think about it.
But you were being coquette, though, right? You were just playing.
No, but I was like, there had not been a formal ask, but I was still playing with it. Yeah, because it was nice to hear that, and I'm like, oh, okay. So now moving, like, so it's almost like, at what point do you say that? Do you say that you want to be just together? It's just you and I,
and
Yeah.
And in our culture, the man is the one who asks, right? So for Latinos, you have to be the guy to say, yo, you gonna be my lady? So that
what okay, do a few of them. My lady, what else?
You're gonna be my woman.
What else?
My girl.
Girl, ¿qué más?
Are we going steady?
Steady. Okay, that's 1960, but okay.
So are we doing this? That's what we do.
Are we doing this?
I think we even had discussions about like checking in every 6 months or something like that. You know?
I think we're a little overdue, but this could be our check-in.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so much that gets assumed in relationships, especially nowadays, contemporary relationships. We just assume things, especially when you're married or in a more formal relationship, because then you're busy doing stuff while you're defined in this little box of like husband, wife, whatever. And then it's like years go by and you lose touch with that person that you initially maybe fell in love with or smitten by, or you like their butt or whatever. You know? So,
is that the only reason why we're together?
So then after a while, you're like, okay, well, who am I with? And then that person, winds up in a Coldplay
concert with the vice president of HR.
Or, you have like 2.5 kids with them and you're like, who the hell am I with now? Like, who is this person? So yeah, that's always an interesting thing. And what can happen is you lose touch with who you are as a person too, because you're doing a defined role, right? You're performing boyfriend or girlfriend, right? And all the things that go with that, like, oh well, he's supposed to get me flowers at these dates, and then he's supposed to take me out or purchase me a gift or something, and I need to know what's in his heart. And it's like, okay, so paying attention to subtle things is very important. But like, yeah, like that can be a subtle thing too, where you have a discussion about ¿cuál es tu lugar? Where
dame mi lugar.
Yeah, where's my space? Where's my place with you?
In this world of ours, if it's ours, that
it's a shared life. Like I think I heard it on the radio about aging couples. Is
that us? Is that where we're at?
No, this is about like a guy who was helping like 60-something people, like because apparently in our 50s and 60s it gets harder to meet people because you're like so focused on doing your stuff, right? Working, performing things, like not performing things, but like performing, things for the community, as far as like your job or your role in the world and how you see your life unfolding as one of an intentional life, and to find somebody who can understand who you are when you're not that person, or when you're weak, when you're vulnerable. That requires kind of a little bit of bravery and a little bit of generosity, right? Because you're like, well, do I have to share my life with somebody? That's a lot of work. I gotta remember all this stuff about them.
Well, that's why I got your big old calendar on your wall.
But then also you got to remember, like, they have their own things too. and
Yeah.
you know, finding that vulnerability on their side too, like because it's like a two-way dialogue, right?
Yes, and you have been really good at actually holding me still and asking me what's on your mind. Looks like you have something to
Because you
share.
think you were like at 100 miles an hour.
Well, that also, and because I didn't realize, or maybe it wasn't something that I practiced before, that, I'm going to share this and you're actually going to listen, or you're actually listening and you're actually pausing and like, okay, all right, thank you for I was like giving you some innermost thoughts and fears and shames and experiences, and you never took it as, that's not me, don't compare me, or stop with that, why are you talking about that, because there's bigger things that you need to be worried about. It was, you listened, and I was able to open up and let go of some things that I didn't know I had to let go of. You became what is said as a soft place for me to land in. And I think that is super important in for either of us, that mainly is for a man, right? And you always hear in that perspective of being a soft place to land in. And then for us is to just listen, and to, from the women's side, just listen and be open and not try to fix everything.
Well, a lot of men aren't able to like communicate their emotional baggage, especially our generation. It's like trauma. Like,
you even said earlier, Gen X.
Yeah, Gen X kids are like, I was beaten as a kid. That's just how it was. I was saying the only water we drank was from the hose.
From the hose.
They didn't sell the bottled water. We didn't have cell phones. You wanted to learn something, you go to the library. You want to get somewhere, you look at a map. You use the map.
Yeah, we pretty much raised ourselves.
Yeah, so we were in the last generations of people who had to be self-reliant in some ways.
Yeah.
So adjusting to this new reality. So you're close to my generation, so so that's really helpful too, because that, like I said, culturally, I don't only mean heritage. I mean culturally can be age and generation.
And generation, yeah, and experiences.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to bring out another topic, which is, and we talked about this too, social media posts. So on the Hey Comadre side, with the comadres, we talked about, why don't they want to post you? And why is it because they're hiding something? Is it because, are they really that private that they don't like to share anything? And then we're like, well, why do they have social media to begin with if they're that private, or does it, or they say, or we've heard things like, oh, we're just not used to posting, or we just use social media just to promote our work or our business or service, and that's it. And I don't post anyone that I've been with. So those are the things that were coming out of us as we were sharing our experiences. Now I'm going to ask you, because it is a little what
you didn't reveal, like what the takeaways were with the comadres. I got the topic, but the takeaways.
No, that's not. No, I want to hear yours.
Oh, okay.
Well, some of the takeaways were like, well, he's probably hiding something.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably with you for now, but he's keeping his options open. He's wanted by the FBI. It's a stretch. So he really did something really bad, or he just, those are our takeaways.
Those are all possibilities, and that's probably like the worst, thinking the worst of them. Yeah.
Overthinking, right?
For sure.
Over catastrophizing.
Like we went through this, and I told you straight up, I'm like, I have trouble posting. Like me cuesta, you know. And I'm a visual artist. I need to be posting, and you actually are the one who's like, come on, post more. Shit, man, that stuff is hard because it's like I feel so personal, and I'm like, why do I gotta be putting my business out all the time, you know, for people to like be a voyeur of my life, you know? But then like the concept of sharing, I think, is a more female thing. I'm not sure. I'm just winging it here. I think the concept of sharing things is like, I don't know, you know, because I'm thinking of like Chinese hackers getting my info and stuff like that. And
okay, that wasn't one of our takeaways. Okay, the Russian and Chinese hackers. Okay, but
they're farming our information. But
if that was the case, why do y'all have social media?
Let me just finish. Okay, so we have crossed this, you know, boundary for Rubicon. No, it's not Rubicon. It's just a thing. Oh, we got comments. Oh, it's Liliana.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing is like, I me cuesta un poco, but like after a while, like I saw how important it was to you, so I made a post, you know, and you're like, oh, and I know how much you like it. So I went out of my way to stop everything I'm doing and make that post, you know, and I do it, you know, not frequently, as I even post frequently. Like Facebook, it's like drinking from a fire hose. It's so overwhelming. Like you start looking at it and then you're like, whoa, who's this person? Oh, I haven't talked to this person in like 20 years. And, oh, what are they up to? I'm like, oh my God, I got to be taking care of my stuff. I got to be painting this thing over here. And I got this other project over here. And man, I'm exhausted. And oh my God, I got to do this thing. You know, and what I do is I'm very present when I'm with you.
You are.
And so that's how I give you my social media. But
wait a minute. I like that.
I don't mind you posting about me. I don't mind that. It's fine. You know, I'm not dating anybody else. So, you know, but for somebody who is dating somebody else, then, you know, maybe they do want to keep it on the down low and kind of stay off the stuff. But, I mean, I guess it would depend on a specific person. So if you were to say, hey, what about this person? And I would look at their stuff and I'll be like, yeah, they're hiding something. Or, you know, or let me talk to them and see where they're coming from, you know, because for me, it's really not a big deal. But I understand that for you all, like, you know, especially Ilsa, I mean, all the comadres, they're nonstop posting. Nonstop.
We share
a lot.
Okay.
I don't share that much. Like I'm just very present when I'm with somebody, and that's my social media.
So I like that when you said that's my social media. I'm being social with you in person. Now, for those of us for those takeaways that we have, then what do you do with that? Like, you have a conversation, they still are not posting you.
Absolutely.
And then what? What do? You continue dating? Do we see that as a red flag? Do you?
Absolutely.
What now? Or and then you see that not me, right? But then you see that this person that you're friends with, that their significant other, they're at the same location you're at with them, and then separate pictures are posted. Like he would post by himself, and I'm like, wait a minute, weren't we all there at the same location? How come you didn't post my friend? He just posted himself. So we're gonna name any names, but what would you say about that? What would you say from a guy to a woman who's experiencing that?
I think he's full of it, but you know, some women just love torturing themselves with men, you know, and that's like the flavor of the day, you know.
But I don't think so.
Well, then why would you put yourself through that? Just don't do it. So
don't do what?
Don't
go out with them. Don't be
that situation.
Don't date them. Like, is that a red flag?
Yeah, it's a red flag, especially if they don't want to talk about it and you want to talk about it. There's nothing that is off the table when you want to talk. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you want to talk about something, like, don't be unreasonable, but everything that potentially could bother you, you should talk about it. Because otherwise, it's just going to fester.
Yeah.
You need to talk about it. So if you don't talk about it, and like, for example, if you have a situation where, you know, you talk about something and they give you some very convenient answer, and it's like, okay, well, maybe they're lying. I still don't trust them. Or, you know, they gave me that answer too easily, or something like that. You know, I don't really know this person. You know, get more intimate. Like find a way to really see that person.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking, like, you know, plant some.
I mean, you could hire somebody and plant a tracker.
Hire someone, put a tracker on them. What are we talking about? Hacking into their. I mean, yeah. If you're having to do all that, that's just like.
Then that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
But
so,
if you own a multinational or multi-million-dollar business, then maybe you want to do that.
True. Still on social media posts, another thing that we had talked about a while back was when your partner, boyfriend, novio, whoever, whatever title you have for each other, is liking other women's posts. Our takeaways were, no, sir. You can have friends and all that, but none of this looking, and especially if they have on like nice, cute little provocative outfits, and then you're like heart.
So
what is your thought on that?
I think that whoever is doing that needs to be a little more circumspect. You know, the guy liking those posts, but also it's not outrageous to say, hey, what's up with you liking those things? I mean, you can't get bent out of shape and start stabbing the guy.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, we're going to put the knife down.
Yeah, put the knife down.
Put the knife down.
Don't poison him in his sleep.
We will not poison. We'll send the vial back.
Just be like, hey, I saw that you were liking those girls' pictures. She had a nice butt, didn't she? And then he'll be like, yeah. It's like, I don't like that. Or communicate, you know? You got to say what bothers you.
Okay,
otherwise,
so just like that.
Okay. The guy doesn't know. The guy's gonna be a guy.
Oh, okay. Guy's just gonna guy. So, and when we didn't we have a conversation like that too?
We've crossed those. You know, you're like, I didn't like it when you talked about that girl's butt. Like, okay, you got me. All right. I was including you, but you're like, okay, now I know she doesn't like that. All right.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, this is some really good stuff.
Some girls just want to be looked at, you know, that and actually every girl wants to be looked at for the most part if they're out there dressing up and looking pretty and cute and stuff. But some work a little harder to get that eye. But if there's a commitment in the relationship, then that shouldn't be an issue, you know. What
shouldn't be an issue? A saying that bothers us if you're
like the guy is not going to do something stupid to mess up the relationship, you know?
I don't know. Coldplay.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people grow apart, so you have to keep communicating. If you don't communicate, you lose that connection.
So you're saying that, like, okay, let's go back to liking other women's posts. So you're saying that it's okay if you're in a committed what? I mean, maybe I'm missing something.
I'm talking to the guys here. Don't do it. You're in a
just don't do it.
Yeah.
If you're in a committed relationship.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being complimentary, but this is being tracked on Facebook. So people can see what you liked. Don't be a pendejo.
I like that. Don't be a pendejo. I love it. Did y'all hear that? Just don't be a pendejo. I like that's, you know, easy. In the way we see it is that our takeaways also included, like, okay, if they're seeing and they're commenting or liking, that gives us, if we're the girl receiving that information, we're like, oh,
I mean,
Okay.
flip the table, right?
Yeah.
Like, flip the script. So if a girl is liking some fireman with his shirt off and stuff, and then the guy's noticing that, is that going to bother him? Like, so it could go either way. Like for me, that's not a big deal because I know you're with me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to do that, that would bother you, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's like we have to meet. You have to agree to be in the relationship by the framework that person that you're with, that they want and that you're agreeing to. Like there has to be an agreement, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's like, don't give me milk. I'm lactose intolerant, and if I keep giving you milk or lattes with milk in them, you're gonna get sick, and it's not
And
gonna
I'm
work.
gonna, yeah, no, and there'll be an explosion
Yeah, it's not gonna
of
work.
all kinds.
Yeah.
So, okay, but I'm also thinking of the other end, too, because as women, if we are available and we know that someone that we are interested in is not, but if they start liking or looking, and on Instagram, you can see when people view your stuff, like the person who posts, you can see, then you see the hearts and the thumbs up and whatever in the commentary. So we can also interpret that as, oh, so maybe he's not really into his girlfriend because he's liking my stuff. So that could be also a thought, because they could be like testing, like, oh yeah, I noticed that. Maybe there's a chance. So that's that thought that we have in our mind. Like, you're giving them the wrong impression.
Okay. Well, okay, I may say something that may be upsetting here, but it's like people gonna people. Like,
people gonna people.
Yeah, people gonna people. Like, why are you so focused on these little details? If it becomes an issue, like this, it's just a little button, click, click. So you're saying that because they did a little click, you're not taking into account the history they might have with that person, or like.
No, we are taking into account the history.
So it's all about getting in that person's pants. Is that what it is?
Potentially. I mean, people go into your downloads, into your DL. I mean, they go into your DL. They DM you. They, it starts off with a little heart, and they go into the DMs, and then
you've been there in situations where old flames have like sent me stuff, and you're like, don't respond. I'm like, why? Because I've done nothing for them. And you're like, but then that's an in for them. See, but like that's something that a lot of guys don't understand. How girls flirt. Guys are more overt, right? They're like, hey, let me buy you a drink. Girls don't do that. No, they're more slick. Girls are slicker.
Wait. We're more smarter. No? Okay, never mind. Okay, let me keep going. Guys are more overt. Girls are not. Women are not. Yeah,
girls are smarter or slicker or whatever. They're just a little bit better about flirting, like, and not being so messy. Whereas guys are just like, if they have money, they're gonna act the Willow, Yeah, mujeriego, whatever.
All them words.
So I just think that more people need to concentrate on seeing who they are. Period
with a T. Okay.
Yeah. So they need to concentrate on their relationship with themselves. Because I think being in a relationship is really about being honest with yourself, like seeing yourself from another point of view, somebody that you trust. So for me, like, I'm with you for selfish reasons, right? In some ways, I'm besides you're cute or whatever, I'm just saying, like, I'm trusting you to help me see myself truly, because you care about me. You're able to tell me honestly, like, no, this isn't good for you. You're not doing this right, or I love you, baby. This is you're great here. Maybe a little more of this, a little less of that, or whatever. Yeah. Like, I know that that's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
Right. So
which goes back to the saying of when you want to be with someone that's going to bring out the better version of you.
Absolutely. Because we're all going to die. Period. So
Okay, let's not be all wah. Yes, let's enjoy the moment now. Don't put me in. Don't dig the grave yet.
It's all Dia de los Muertos for me.
It's all Dia de los Muertos.
So we have these little moments, right?
Yeah.
Of, like, birth and then the death and then the energy between. So you need to find somebody that's going to match your energy, so that it's not taken off course, so that you're challenged enough, but
there's some push and some pull and some stills and
alguien que se deje un poquito, you know. And you also have to let yourself go a little bit. Like you have to let, like, you're not always right, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're with a woman, you have to definitely understand it. Women are always right.
That's right. See, don't be a pendejo, and women are always right. It's that simple.
Even when they're wrong.
That's right. We're still right. Now we only have a few minutes left. We're almost at the end, but I wanted to.
So fast.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're gonna do a little two last questions. We're gonna just lightning bolt it. Dating outside of your political party. Have you done it? Would you do it? Especially now during these days. Now, I'm not going to share what your political affiliation is, but people that know you know.
Oh, I don't care. But I've heard that Republicans have the craziest sex.
Is that right?
Yeah, but if that's all
that's
you
what
want,
you've heard.
That's all you want, then go for it. But they're the kinkiest and the weirdest, and But if you want like a decent person, no offense to my Republicans and Democrats out there, and then you've got your independents, and then you've got, I mean, in this country we only have two political affiliations, but politics is really so complicated. And then when you bring in religion, that's a whole other thing. Okay, lightning round. What else?
Yeah, lightning round. Okay. Yes, no.
No, let's say no.
Okay. Have you ever been cold played?
What does that even mean? That's a thing now?
It's a thing now. Where now, Comadre, if you want to run the video, you can, if you're still there. So we're gonna watch here. This is a video that went viral. It was at a Coldplay concert, and you saw this couple. There's a big spotlight. Turns out that they're work buddies, right? Okay. And so, have you been in a situation where you were with someone that you were busted, or were you on the other end that your significant other was out with somebody else? And how did you deal with that?
I've been in that situation where where the other person, like, I busted them for, like, I didn't catch them together, but but
you found out
were together. Yeah. And so I just confronted the person and said, hey, like, you did this, didn't you? I can tell because you're different, and this happened, and la la la. And they were like, oh, I mean, they were just so shocked that I knew that that happened. And that's just a big red flag. It's like, okay, wow, this relationship is over, So and they don't know how to end it. So it's like the easiest thing to do is to just sabotage your relationship or cheat or try to find some happiness. Like we go through this life trying to find happiness at the same time surviving and working, doing stuff, and then we get put into a little box with names, and then more names and more boxes, and it gets smaller and smaller as we get older. And at some point you just fuck it, and you break all the laws and all the rules, and then you find yourself again in that gray space of like not knowing who your identity is, and then you wake up and hopefully have a fighting chance at finding who you are again and living life fully, And then you die.
And then you do it again. What?
And then you die, and then
would you stop? Let me play the song. Wah wah wah. We're not dead yet. So we're gonna be here.
La Llorona.
That's so final. I don't know if we have time, but we might have to sit on this one. The next time I'm going to talk to the comadres are about honesty versus transparency in a relationship. So hold on to that thought. Honesty versus transparency in a relationship. And you and I'll talk about this offline because I want to pick your brain on that because I heard that on a podcast.
Okay.
But we're going to close out with thank you so much for coming and being part of the Hey Comadre. How would you like to be known when you come and do this segment with us? Hashtag Tai Chi Spice or hashtag Comadro Spice? Which do you prefer?
That's cute. Comadro.
Which one?
It's like Comadro. It's cute. I like it.
Comadro Spice. And that was given to you actually. Well, both of them were by Ilsa and Marianne, but they didn't know what to call you. So we wanted you to pick yours.
It only took 3 years of dating you to make it clear. Make Comadre show.
It wasn't, it was called vetting you.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of vetting. A lot of vetting had to happen.
I helped them vet me.
Yes, you did. And here we are. So thank you so much. And also because we're going through this political time and with these people in the White House doing all kinds of crazy things, I want to also let you know that Comadro Spice, bring it back on. I want you to invite everyone to a service that you provide because you're an artist, of course, and you're an educator that's coming up, and you are also an instructor of.
Yes, I also teach Tai Chi, and if you visit my website, you can see a little bit about that. I also have classes. I've been doing a lot of private classes, but I think in the fall coming up, I'm going to be teaching again at the Orange Show at Smither Park. So they're bringing back yoga and Tai Chi for the fall when it gets a little cooler. But yeah, I put that on my website just to kind of combine everything. I'm trying to combine everything. Eventually, I'll bring in the music and the filmmaking and stuff like that. Have some videos on there too. But yeah, transforming my art, bringing it all together, and working towards a future where all the things I've done can be understood in one place.
All right. So people can just connect with you. What if they want to do private lessons? Do you go out to them? Do they come to you? How does that work?
Yeah. It just depends. Each person has its own, setup. Some people come to me. Some people I go to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's different situations. Yeah.
Awesome. Because right now people need outlets. People are going to be affected by these new bills that were passed. People are affected by the floods that just happened here in Texas. People are affected by family members when they're on different political ends of the spectrum. And, so we're going to need services like Tai Chi, like, to help us physically and mentally go through these next 3 years.
Go outside and touch grass and breathe.
I love that. Well, final words before we say goodbye.
Definitely go breathe right now. Breathe right now. And don't forget to keep breathing and drink lots of water.
Oh, yes. I got mine right here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sweetie Pie, for being my guest today. And now you are officially #Comadro Spice. Thank you.
All right.
And I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Mwah. Well, that was the end of our show. Hopefully you have a chance to rewatch it or listen to it as you download the Claudia Macias podcast here on RadioCrystalUSA.com. This was the Hey Comadre segment where we brought on a new comadre, but it's actually #Comadro Spice, Angel Quesada, giving the male, hombre point of view of the topics that my comadres, Ilsa Garcia and Marianne Garcia, talk about. So I love being here with you. Thank you to all of our great sponsors. And also, as we end, I just want to say the Claudia Macias podcast and the Hey Comadre show is solely for educational and entertainment purposes and should not be substituted for professional support or services. So if you need those professional supports or services, please go out and see and seek, doctors, therapists, whatever you need to keep yourself in check. But we loved having you. Thank you to our great sponsors. We have Men Awake as a show sponsor, as well as Chris Pignon. Cookie Face Cosmetics, one of our sponsors, as well as Ilsa's Glam Boutique and Chris Pignon Media Studios. Adios, and we'll see you next time.
Gracias por haber estado aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. ¿Tan, ya terminamos? Okay, bye.